Deb Cooper with the Canine Chronicle, bringing you Table Talk Live. And I'm here with Doug Lundgren, who is going to give us an update on the rule that was passed on January 1, 2019, what we're calling the 1 + 1 = 1 rule. If you guys will remember, the AKC looked back and decided that allowing a dog who gets best of winners when there's only one dog and one bitch in the regular classes to receive a point. And now we've been active for a year.
It's been in effect for a year, yep.
How's it going?
Well, so one of the main motivations behind this was our concern about let's call it the low entry breeds, but the lower, the bigger the concern. So the really low entry breeds, in some locations, it was like, the people who had them would say, well, why even go to a show? I'll never even earn a point. Mm-hmm. So it was like these breeds were being eliminated from conformation, and we certainly didn't want that to happen. So this was an easy way where a dog would still have to defeat someone and give them some encouragement to earn a point and a reason to go to a dog show. So we've had a year under our belt now, and we've assessed how this has worked out. And what we have determined is that on average for all breed dog shows, there are 4 more entries at an average all breed dog show because of the 1 + 1 initiative. So there's more dogs entering. That's one thing. And then the other thing we looked at was the absentee rate where dogs were in the 1 + 1 situation, and it's cut the absentee rate in half. So that's a very positive.
That's significant.
The clubs had those entries, and they had the money, so to speak, but the people just didn't bother to come. And so if that keeps up for a long period of time, obviously people are going to stop entering. So cutting the absentee rate in half was a big thing. Then, given that it's been a year now, we dug a little deeper, and we looked at take the lower 20% entry breeds. We looked at each of the 20 percentile in terms of entries in the regular classes. And this initiative has worked as we had hoped it would. So if you're in the bottom 20% of the dogs with entries in regular classes, the impact was a positive 4.7%. When if you're in the upper 20%, the impact was a 0.2%, positive 0.2%. So it did help the low entry breeds. They responded as we hoped they would. We did one further dive, and that was to look at size of shows, because we want to help the smaller shows. And so the smaller shows, just by the fact they're smaller, has an increased likelihood that there'd be a 1 + 1 situation. That was our theory, and in fact that turned out to be true. It did help the entries in the smaller shows more than it helped the entries in the bigger shows. So overall, there were 4 more entries per event, and by cutting the absentee rate in half, those people showed up. So there were the people who had entered showed up. So you add those two impacts together, and there were 5.3 more dogs showing per show because of the 1 + 1 initiative. So we think that's a positive.
It is a positive. I mean, it's a trajectory in the right direction, right?
Yep. We're trying to help overall, and we're particularly trying to help the low entry clubs and low entry breeds. So it worked.
Great. Congratulations. For all you skeptics out there, it worked. So, take your low entry breed. If you've got one dog and one bitch, go get yourself a point.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Doug.
Yep.
We'll see you soon.